YouTube, it's your boy Godzilla, back with another kicking gaming review. And today's gaming review is over one of my favorite games of all time, even though it's from a franchise that isn't as cool as mine. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official video game of the movie. Or Peter Jackson's King Kong, the video game. So y'all know Kong and I, we kind of have a frenemies thing going on. But I gotta admit, this video game is really good. At least the GameCube version is. I mean, the PlayStation version of it's probably the same. The Game Boy Advance version is a completely different game. But today we're reviewing the GameCube version, and it's honestly one of my favorite fucking games, but don't tell Kong I said that shit. So it's like a first-person shooter game, but it's also like an adventure game, but it's also like a survival horror game. There are moments in this game that will freak you out, man. There's some scary shit in this game. It's a scary atmosphere. The soundtrack isn't super scary. The soundtrack's more action-y, adventure-y, but there's some scary shit that happens in this game, man. The first time you fight one of those fucking raptor motherfuckers, that shit's scary, man. That shit's scary. You gotta straight up strategize in this game, or you're gonna get killed. There are enemies you can't overpower in this game. You can't do it. When you're playing as a human, you can't even kill a V-Rex. It's not possible. You can't do it. You just have to straight up survive long enough. And if a member of your party dies, you lose. There's no bringing them back to life Final Fantasy style. There's no playing the rest of the game without them. You lose. You lose if one of your party dies. And it's dope. There are so many cool creatures that aren't quite dinosaurs. One of the cool things I like about modern Kong is they don't have just straight-up dinosaurs anymore. They're dinosaurs that have continued to evolve into monsters. It was that way in the Peter Jackson King Kong film, even though they still mostly just looked like dinosaurs. Most of them were not quite dinosaurs. They had just evolved, like V-Rex is a T-Rex that has evolved over millions of years and etc. into a bigger, more dangerous creature. And then you have the Kong of Skull Island comic book series, where they obviously used to be dinosaurs, but now they're more like monsters. And then you have the Kong Skull Island movie in the Monsterverse, where there really aren't any dinosaurs at all. It's all just monsters. So I like that progression in Kong. But that is relevant to the video game, but that's just kind of a praise I have for the Kong franchise in general right now. Now, while you do play most of the game as Jack Driscoll, there is actually a good portion of the game where you play as Kong. And I feel like most of the people who buy this game mostly look forward to playing as Kong, but the levels where you play as Kong don't even hold a fucking candle to the levels where you play as Jack. Playing as a human in this game is so much more fun and so much more interesting than playing as Kong. Because you know what every single King Kong level is? Every single King Kong level is just find Anne and beat the monster. That's it. Just beat the monster before it can kill Anne. That's all the Kong levels. But the Jack levels, it's all personal survival, keeping other people alive, trying to figure shit out. And it's all, of course, a big search for Anne as well. Otherwise, he'd get the fuck off that crazy island. But it's great. And here's the craziest thing about the video game. The story for the video game is better than the story for the movie. It's longer. It's more in depth. The characters are more likable. It's better. The story in the game is better than the story in the movie. Oftentimes, video games based on movies suck ass and vice versa. But this game fucking rocks more than the movie. Because, let's face it, that movie ain't so great. But if you have a GameCube or a PS2 or whatever the fuck, see if you can find yourself a copy of Peter Jackson's King Kong the video game. because it's fantastic. I've played it so many times that I'm like really good at it now. Like, I could play the whole thing without dying once. I love this game. Every few years I revisit it because it's just so much fun. I've been playing the damn thing since 2004. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I don't know what we'll review next. Could be Mario Kart 8. Could be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Could be Mario Kart Double Dash. It's starting to look like it might be a Mario Kart, but the world may never know. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. And I'll see your asses later, I guess.